On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. A moment he will remember forever. His first game as a head coach in the National Football League. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The first of 272 games in the regular season. Buckle up. The Cowboys, the Eagles, underway to begin 2025. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Throw right side complete to Dotson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 3rd down, Barkley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, 38 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Barkley inside handoff. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's 3rd and 6.
They'll drop to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Algier with another carry.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here's Jackson to return.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Smith catches left side.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
He'll look to throw.
Now Hurts is going to...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I tell you what, this was a much-needed drive and a much-needed touchdown at the end of this drive. They had not done much of anything in this first half, but here they put all the pieces together, and they get the score right before the half.
And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Mozzie Smith there to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Lamb going to have a Cowboys 1st down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Prescott to throw it.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 34 yards. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
For the Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and it looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Algier now up the middle. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Here's 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Tolbert, 57 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
At the 39-yard line.
Back to throw here.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
A gain of 17 yards.
Prescott down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself.
Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Nakobe Dean in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And out now come the Eagles. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. but that's great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 38 yards. And the Eagles take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Throwing, Prescott.
Setting up the screen, here's Algier.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
On play action, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The tight end in motion right. Play action now, Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nakobe Dean now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run it again with Berkeley. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And they're going to speed things up here.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 9. Hurts going to give this to Shipley. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That gain on third down, good for 28.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now it's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Dak and the Cowboys down 22-21, under a minute 20 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Dak. That's complete to Lamb. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now Dak. He's got Pickens. Complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Algier will try to pick it up.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Trying the left side with Algier.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Prescott.
It's caught. Tolbert. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Algier, headed right.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll run for it with Algier.
And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Dallas, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. Now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.